Hello watch fans, birth year watches here, and this time for you we have a circa 1962 Heuer Big Eyes chronograph. Now this is sometimes called a pre-Carrera, and that's right and wrong. It did come out before the Carrera watches, but the Carrera watches had 3 subdials. They used a variation of this movement and they were a little larger, so it's not actually a Carrera model, but it is made before the Carrera. This is known as Big Eyes because the subdials at 3 and 9 are large and look like 2 big eyes. Love it when they get a simple nickname. Now, we've checked this watch against known examples and it comes out very well. The dial does have some patina, but it is all original. There's little tiny triangular lume marks. You don't get that on the redials, and you probably wouldn't get the patina. The hands are correct, these Dorfian hands, and the second hand with the very small counterweight on it, that's correct. The crown isn't signed, that is correct. It's the 30-minute counter, which means this is the first execution of this model. The later ones had a 45-minute counter. Caseback screws down, it's over the c1962 movement, column wheel chronograph movement, signed correctly in the right place. Pump pushers correct. Basically everything on this watch is as it would be. The strap and the buckle are not by Heuer, but everything else is. Everything is working as you can see. We can stop the chronograph, reset it perfectly, smoothly, and that c1962, as I say, column wheel chronograph, you're not going to find much better. The case is chrome plated, which might surprise some people, but Heuer watches weren't over expensive, so you can just see some of the brass coming through on the tips. But I would say this is a very good wearable example. If you find one in absolutely perfect condition that has not been restored, you could pay double. I've seen one for double this, double. And I don't think it's worth double. But that's what they're asking, and fair enough, find a better one. If you find an over restored one where the dial's been redone, maybe not perfectly, because it's very rare that you get it exactly the same, that might cost you a bit less than this because there are fewer buyers for it. We've paired it with this tan strap, or more camel than tan, which I think absolutely looks fantastic on it. But you could have a black strap, brown strap, blue. It's 18mm lugs, everything will fit. I just think this one looks the absolute bee's knees. There are more photos on the website, of course. We've put the link in the pinned comment. But watches like this, I mean, there are fewer things cooler than a 60s Heuer chronograph. And I think this just lives up to it. It's discreet, it's functional, it's high quality movement, and it just looks the bee's knees. And it's got a cool nickname. What are you wearing? I'm wearing the Big Eyes. That sounds much better than the reverse panda or the Batgirl or whatever you want to call different watches. Thank you very much for watching. Please click on the pinned comment to see more on this, and if you like cool vintage watches, not always at this price bracket, sometimes much cheaper, sometimes dearer, click the pinned link, hit subscribe, why not? I'm a professional. That way we'll get more vintage watch content in your inbox. Thanks for watching.